Od Sham Shivas Haneros. Further there, the 7 candles. Sheshes Havile Lomar. It should say the 6 candles are like Ha-Perush El-Mul Pnei HaMenorah Shalamayla. So the question is that to the face of the menorah, meaning the Ner HaMaravi, the 7 candles should shine. It should really be the 6 candles because there's only 7 candles in the menorah. And what does it mean for the Ner Maravi to face itself? Rather, it should be 6 candles. So the explanation is that they should be facing the Pnei HaMenorah above the face of the menorah in the spiritual realms. Shin Zayin Sfiros, which are the 7 Sfiros. With wisdom, you should shine to the 7 candles below. Efshar Lomar, we can say the Fiza that according to this Kigam Shivas Haneros Shalamata Bimenorah Rom Zim Zayin Hichalos Bria, that the 7 candles below in the menorah hint to the 7 supernal palaces of the world of Bria, Shemihem Shorasham Hanishamos, that from there is the source of the souls. And these souls, these 7 palaces, should shine to the face of the menorah Shalamaylav above, Shehem Zayin Sfiros Anal, which are the 7 Sfiros that we mentioned. So the Heichalos below, of course, should face the Sfiros above. So the Zayin Heichalos Bria should correspond with the 7 Sfiros. Daber v'amarta. So why does it say you should speak? And v'amarta in these 2 Lashonos, Perusha Bechaye, Miyad v'ladoros. That this refers to speak right now, and also that this should be for all generations. Because the menorah is something that you should have that at all times. Mash'en king korbanos, which is not the case with sacrifices. And his intention is that you always have the divine flow of the spiritual 7 candles. This is the divine flow of the 7 spheros that shine to the 7 supernal palaces. That's something that's always going to happen. And look what's brought on the verse that when you carried the Aron, concerning that wisdom, this refers to Torah Bansa Besa, that she built her house. Chachmas Nashim Bansa Besa. So the pasuk is that the wisdom of the wise, the wisdom of women build their house. So the Chachmos, the wisdom, refers to the Torah, Bansa Besa, built the house, Beis de Bereshis, that built the bays of the word Bereshis. So the foundation of creation and the foundation of the Torah's wisdom, the Torah, built the bays of Bereshis, Chatzva, Amudei Shiva, and dug its pillars, its 7 pillars, Elu Shiva, Sifrei Torah, that's the 7 books of the Torah, with Vayihi ben Sorah Aaron. Elu Shiva, Imkin Yish Lomar Bahaloscha Zayin Haneros, we can say that when you're lifting up the 7 candles, Lekashram bebechinas v'Torah Ohr Shalamayla, to tie them to the Torah is a light above, Mebechinas Ner, Torah Ohr Shalamayla Mebechinas Ner, that you should tie them to the Torah is light, which is higher than the concept of the candle. Mitner Mitzvah. That the 7 candles of the menorah also correspond with the 7 books of the Torah. That inside the menorah is enclosed the light from the 7 days. That's the Torah. Vod Ein Lamed Kuf Sif Tes B'Shem HaShalah Daf Kuf Tzadik Aleph Amud Aleph. And look, at Sif Tes, maybe at the end of the Mamar, there's a Sif Tes. In the name of the Shalah HaKadosh. Ef Shalom Mark Yaminora Moral Yichud She'eno Nifsak La'olam. We can say that the menorah is menorah represents this idea of a supernal unity that never stops lahachios or lahayir la'olamos, in order to enliven and give light to the worlds. Korbanos hem yichud shezen nifsak lepamim, but and the sacrifices correspond with a supernal unity that does stop at times. It's a deeper unity, the yichud pnimi, and so forth. And this goes well according to the opinion that the 7 candles of the menorah correspond with the 7 stars that move the Shemesh, Tzedek, Madim, so the sun, Jupiter, and Mars, Chama, Noga, Kochel, V'Lavana, the sun, the Venus, Mercury, and the moon, or correspond with the 7 days of creation. So if so, this corresponds with the light and life force of the world, the constant life force, the regular flow to keep the world going, not a light beyond the worlds, that like the korbanos, a yichud pnimi, is something extra and special, but rather to keep the world going on its own is a yichud tadiri, this constant unity of the divine. And so we see then that it'll correspond with the 7 stars and the 7 days of creation, which are the standard fare and not beyond. Hiksha Koflo Daber V'Amarta. So from the Mamar, we have a question: why does it say a double in a double way, both speak and to speak in another way to speak? Daber Anam V'Amarta. Bahaloscha V'Lo Lashon Hadlaka. Why does it say lift up and not? It doesn't say to light the candles. Gimel El Mul Shinira Shuhu El Akosel. To facing, that meaning that it seems to imply that it should face the wall. Uperish Bahaloscha. What does it mean to lift up? Yasitcha Maila es Haneros Aydiasias Mitzvosai. That when you elevate these candles through the doing of my mitzvos, Mailas Haneros, you're elevating these candles. We could say that through the fulfilling of the candle of the mitzvah, through this we elevate the concept of the candle of Hashem as the soul of man. So we're elevating the souls. So the fact that it says Bahaloscha hints to the idea that we're elevating the shamos with the lighting of these candles, like it's brought in Torah, or in the beginning, on the explanation of that the earth is my footstool, refers to the mitzvah. So if the Shemayim Kisi refers to the Torah, so it refers to doing the mitzvahs and elevating. And Tzedakah Torah Memgor, you have the elevation of the neshamos through the doing of the mitzvahs. So that's near mitzvah, Bahaloscha Seniros, that the neshamos are elevated through the doing of the mitzvahs. And look also in the Mamar about how Hashem sits high, and then he goes down. And look in the Mamar about how going after Hashem, Parshas when it explains the verse that you should guard my mitzvos. Similar to the idea then that the supernal angels that are called the animals, they lift up the throne even though they're lower than it. So too, Aaron lifts up the 7 lower levels of Atzilus to the top 3 levels of the Chochmah Bina Das, that from there comes the light of the wisdom to the emotions, the emotional attributes. And that is to the facing the menorah, Huzain Neros Shebemishkan Matat. And these are the 7 candles of the Mishkan, which refers to the angel Matat. Gam Sham Ya'iru Shivas Neros. Also, there should shine the 7 candles Shivas Yichud. Yosem Shiva. So I guess because the emotional attributes correspond with Olam Yitzira, which corresponds with Matat, that there you should shine the 7 emotional attributes of Atzilos, or more than 7. Vayin beharamaz emor Parshas gabe peites beis gabe man shivas yamim pirush keser de. What are these 7 days? That refers to something that the Kesser of Zerampin higher than the 7, which includes the intellect and the emotions. So Ya'iru Shivas Neros refers to something higher than the 7. So we're shining into Matat, we're elevating the Olam Yitzira, we're shining into the emotional attributes. Od Perush ki pnei hamenora hu hamenora shebemishkan ha'elyon. So that's also a perush of El Mul Pnei HaMenorah. So and in Pnei HaMenorah can also mean the face of the menorah, meaning higher than the menorah. It can also refer to the supernal Mishkan. It's called the Panim, the inner concept, to the lower menorah. So the Panim of the lower menorah is the Mishkan Lamayla. If so, facing the inner, the opposite the face of the menorah refers to Zayin Oros Elyonim, the 7 supernal lights. V'ratzalomar Zayin Sfiros, which refer to the 7 Sfiros. Ad Sham Ya'iru Shivas Neros Halalu. Until there should shine these 7 candles. Tov, Sod Kavanas HaYichud, through the good intention of the secret of the unity above. And this is similar to what we said in the second os, in the name of the B'chayev. If Shalom Rabba Omek Yosef, we could say even deeper. Dihni b'medrash Rabba Pasha Naso Parshut Beis Daf Resh Mem Tes B'olam Mihi Ma'oros that it says in the world there should be lights b'mishkan yiru shivas neros, and in the Mishkan, corresponding to this is that you should shine the 7 candles. But it says M'oros in the works of creation without the vavs in the word because the moon was lessened. But through the Mishkan it fills the blemish of the moon. It fixes that. Like it's brought in Parshas Tzav in Likutei Torah concerning the 7 days where they established the Mishkan. If so, we're getting a light from the light of the 7 days, which is higher than the statement, let there be luminaries. So I guess it's referring to the light from the beginning of creation. You had Ohr Hatorah because the Me'oros were only on the 4th day, but the Vayihi Ohr was on the 1st. And this light is what's called facing the menorah. Okay. And so to fill the light of the moon is also the idea of Israel, Shemonin Levana V'Domin Levana. So if you want to elevate Bnei Israel, like we said, it's also the Neshamos. So that's through shining the lights of the 6 days of creation to fix and fill up the light of the moon.